Welcome back, my friends. This will be part 2 of my planer joiner stand or combo stand. But here it is, a beautiful Saturday morning here in Northeast Ohio, where I'm at presently. But finally got a little bit of rain. But we're in the garage and back working on the planer stand. As you can tell from where we left off last time, I got a little bit done, as I mentioned. Well, let's start with the latest here. You can see I got my grizzly joiner I was talking about. Finally, kind of playing with it a little bit right now. I do got it mounted down to a piece of plywood on that one, and you can see I'm missing plywood for the planer for at the moment, but waiting on for that piece at the moment, since wood is kind of a little expensive. I'll kind of wait around and use what I got at the moment. Right now it's temporary shimmed about where it's at, and the height of the in-feed and out-feed is actually at 36 3/4 inches, where you can tell the wood from the bottom of the wood or the top of the outfeed or infeed will be roughly about 36 inches from the floor. I got my poly wheels put on. I'll attach that information. Them wheels seem to, I don't know, so far I've had pretty good luck with them. I've put them on some other attachments and equipment up here in my shop. And as you can tell, my miner stand box, kind of simple, still in the making, and got them on my table saw stand. But as you can tell, they got a simple brake system on, and I got on all 4 corners in case I want to lock her in place. My floor in my garage is kind of sloped in the center, so things kind of come on level. I'm looking for a better idea on how to maybe level it quicker when I want to. Say I can lock in position, don't seem to have a problem, but I like being level when I'm working, you know what I'm saying? As you can tell on my workbench here, which you don't really move since it's, but ordered them a long time ago, and kind of, but of course I don't have a table on wheels, so you know, kind of going as I go. But well, that's for the poly wheels. I got all 4 on there, all 4 sides. Sorry for the fast moving camera. I'm still working on the camera skills. But as you can tell, I got the joiner down where it clears everything. And I kind of had to move that out of the way temporarily. Kind of had a notch in my table a little bit for my joiner, so I can have room to tilt it back if I need to. I haven't got to that so far, but that was a pretty easy fix. Just used a couple of drill bits and a jigsaw and whittled out a nice little spot. Made a little temporary power cord station. I believe I'm on a mount a junction, run them cords where you won't see them, and I'll have a master switch that's going to turn on a vacuum system eventually and power up with one flick of the switch. My ideas. I appreciate any feedback or comment on that. I got to work on the filtration unit for this, and because she puts out a lot of wood chips, I know, the planer. Not sure on the joiner yet, which I'll show you guys in action one day. But give me a pretty good view all the way around. There's the cart. You can see kind of how I joined the joinery together. But right now the planer, she's locked down, and that kind of just temporary because I don't have no plywood for that area, which eventually I want, because I think I'm going to be putting drawers in underneath. Maybe right in here, have a place to store my my joiner tools, and then I think another drawer over here for the planer tools, and I think I want to put in like a bottom shelf or somewhere so I can pass the wood through on that side if I want to when I'm working with the joiner or the planer. Or, I don't know, I go in the wrong direction sometimes, but it's better than laying it down all over the place and you're kind of working in one area. It's kind of nice. I finally got the adapter for my planer. I bought this planer cash money from somebody in South Florida years ago, and back then a couple $100, and these were going for $400 or $500, but it was missing a couple things. The one thing it was missing this. But I tell you what, if you don't use it, the wood chips come flying out of this thing like a rail on a drag strip, man. She'd throw that stuff out there. But I got this here recently, and I'll share where I got it from. It wasn't a bad price. It cost me just as much for shipping as it did for the part. So how you looking at, the time you buy this and get it home, you're still looking at about probably $25 for that piece of plastic. But the outer hole of that and the outer hole of this one, same size, about 2.5 inches. So think about tying in some type of vacuum gate or something to, eventually I'll hit the switch and vacuum will come on, and joiner or whatever I'm running, I won't have chips and sawdust flying everywhere. It just makes a big mess. And I'm trying to get the wood chips and sawdust down to some extent. And because you always got plenty no matter what. So any feedback or comments on that, awesome to hear from you guys. Appreciate all the feedback I've been getting and comments. Really appreciate it. And hey, please share it with your friends. Man, they got ideas. But maybe I can earn their likes and maybe possible subscriptions, because I am trying to make this a go. So if y'all would, please share. But we'll get around to showing a lot more of this off before it's over with. And I got other tools I need to finish up, and laser tables, and always got plenty going on. But right now though, I thought to show off what I got, give you an idea. Now the height of this planer, or excuse me, the joiner to the floor, probably not ideal for everybody. But I'm kind of hurting for space where I'm at until eventually I get a nice wood shop where I can put everything exactly the height I want. The planer height, I think, is a very comfortable height to work. And I think actually could go higher, we could probably bring up the height of my joiner, basically what I'm talking about. I'm not too happy about the joiner height, but joiner height right now to the floor, to the top of it, is about 31 3/4 inches tall. I'm almost 6 foot, and I'm not really reaching real hard, but it's not going to be too bad. And well, instead of just having to pick these up and plug them in and find a place to put them and then make a mess wherever you put it, versus always having something I can move around with a vacuum system tied into it, and I think it'll work out pretty sharp. But I'm thinking maybe it could go a little bit higher, especially if somebody's taller than me. Might want to make this cart a little bit taller. Yeah, it's only raise the height of your outfeed and infeeds a little bit, but they're still in a comfortable relative distance where, you're not like you're picking up over your head or nothing. It's a comfortable, action. So, I don't know, what do you guys think? give me a comment and or share what you've done. I appreciate it. Like I said, I didn't really want to do a flip top table, and I wanted something a little bit more solid. And again, you know, might bite my words there. Eventually, you'll see me with flip top tables all over my new workshop maybe one of these days once I get it. But well, the Grizzly bench model I got on sale last Christmas, and I'm just finally getting it out of the box. But you can tell, see the model GO945. It's a little 6-inch. Yeah, straight blades, I believe, 2 or 3 blades, but I gotta learn how to use it. So instead of edging, joining on my table saw all the time, I finally got me a little etcher or start straightening out some boards. But and as I mentioned, I don't got a lot to say about this planer. I've contacted Ridgid about some things, and it seemed like I wasted their time. Or, you know, like I said, the planer's $400 or $500 new. There's things in there that need to be replaced. And one item, for example, they want like almost $400 just to replace the part, and the whole damn planer was only $400 or $500. But no help from them. I'm not, you know, so, but I'm not going to badmouth people, you know. I think Ridgid probably got their share just like everybody else. And we'll talk about that on another time if somebody wants to talk about any issues, or I can talk more about the one I got if you'd like, share what I've ran into. But I believe this planer's going to get upgraded, and I'm really looking at possibly the DeWalt. Yeah, maybe when I get my workshop, I can have independent machines, but I'm like a weekend warrior, so you got to work with what you can afford. Appreciate any feedback on vacuum hose connections. Looking at my ports are 2.5, so it looks like I got to find hose that'll connect into them. I ended up getting a 3-piece adapter set from Home Depot. I don't even know what a couple of them are good for, but you can see I made a connection here on my chop saw. And then actually, there's the adapter. But, you know, working on hose connections. Made the way that sumbitch throws out, excuse my language, the way that throws out material out of that planer, probably don't really need a vacuum. I'm not even sure about the joiner, but well, you know what I mean. So I'll be showing you what I end up with that, and possibly maybe use some of your guys' ideas. But I hope I may struck a little like and may earn your subscription to keep following up on this. But I'll give you information on the wheels I put on there, which were purchased at Home Depot. I've been using them on other equipment, and share a little bit about that. Maybe I need to go to some type of wheel leveling braking system or something, but kind of got money invested in these at the moment. But hey, I'm always ears open when it comes to a better deal or a better setup. But underneath, it's going to be, I believe, some kind of drawers, place to store parts. Well, I guess we're almost done with video 2. And if y'all would, please like and comment, and maybe earn your subscription if you'd like to follow up on more of this as we go. You can always watch other videos of mine at Williams Woodworks YouTube, and hope you all have a great day and hear back from y'all. Good night, good afternoon, have a great weekend.